this world, there is real evil. In the darkest shadows and in the most ordinary places. These are the true stories of the innocent and the unimaginable. Mike Speranza buys an old fixer-upper for himself and his girlfriend. Unaware it harbors a dark secret. Sinister forces prey on their sanity, tearing their world apart. Uncertain if he can stop the haunting, he must face his fears and fight back, or lose his home forever. Between the world we see and the things we fear, there are doors. When they are opened, nightmares become reality. A small city in western New York, known for its glassmaking and fine arts. Hidden beneath its scenic beauty lies a brutal history of death and despair. Tribal massacres, massive fires, and deadly floods. Today, some believe these tragic events have made this fertile ground for the supernatural.
What, this one right here?
This is it, 213.
It's cute. What do you think, baby?
Oh,
you like it?
In the fall of 2005, Mike Speranza is searching for a house with his girlfriend, Lisa Murray. Mike works for a telecommunications company, and Lisa is an artist.
My apartment's right down the street. I never knew this place was for sale.
Well, it's been on the market for such a long time. I just about forgot about it myself.
Mike regards his experiences as personal and private.
It's not bad looking. It's cool.
He's agreed to share his story under the condition of anonymity.
My girlfriend and I were going to move in together and just be together forever type of thing.
This house would be great for a small family.
Yeah.
Plenty of space to work from home.
Oh, what do you do?
Paintings mostly, sculptures, stained glass too.
That's the main reason to buy the place.
She would have plenty of space to do whatever she wanted.
Space to work from home.
Yeah.
She could have a business in the basement if she wanted to set it up as a studio where she could even teach.
So, when do we move in?
Well, why don't we finish the tour first?
Okay.
All right,
Come on.
fine. Let's go upstairs, shall we?
Let's go.
A month later, Mike and Lisa move in. They begin renovating immediately.
Hey, didn't hear you coming.
Here. Yeah.
Want to help me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Please.
Here we go.
Ready? Go. There. Ready.
You would just hear clack, clack, clack.
Oh my gosh. It's pretty.
It's cool. It's a housewarming gift. From the house.
Maybe next time it could send down some diamonds.
It was something that we kind of looked at each other, nervously laughed, and thought to ourselves, that's interesting. I was positive there was someone in my house. I checked every spot in that house. The front door was dead bolted. There were chains on the back door. So there was no way that someone could have gotten in or out.
A few days later, while Mike is at work,
Yeah, no, I see it on monitor too. Other than that, oh wait, hold on. Can I call you back? All right, I gotta go. Okay, bye. Hey, Lisa, how's it going?
It's okay.
Something wrong?
I don't know. I just needed to hear your voice.
Are you all right?
I was just painting and
out of nowhere,
lost it.
Lisa experiences a mysterious, overwhelming sorrow that she cannot describe.
She said, I have no idea why, I'm just so sad. And it was completely out of character for her.
Well, why don't you, just, get out and get some fresh air, Maybe get out of the house for a while.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
I'll see you soon.
Okay, bye.
Over the next few weeks, Lisa's depression deepens.
She would feel such pain, such sorrow, such grief for no good reason. Just being in the house by herself, she would be just so upset. It was a little bit at first, and then as the months progressed, it just got worse and worse.
I know what you're thinking. I still haven't done them. I haven't done a damn thing all day.
I really don't care about the dishes. I care about you. I'm worried about you. I think maybe we should go see a doctor or something.
I don't need help.
I knew something was there, something was watching me.
In the weeks that follow, Mike has a growing sense that there is something very wrong with the house.
I felt something at the foot of the bed. That was the first time I was truly scared.
Didn't mean to scare you.
No, I just didn't get a good night's sleep last night. I want to ask you something. When you're here, like, alone in the afternoon, do you ever get the feeling like something or someone's watching you?
You must think I'm going crazy. Is that what you think?
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is, do you ever get the feeling that someone's here or someone you can't see? Because last night,
During the day, I am the only one in this miserable place.
Let me tell you something. I bought this miserable place as an investment in us!
I think I just got really angry and just snapped. I had no idea where it was coming from. I don't even know why I'm angry, I just am.
The arguments with Lisa and the bizarre occurrences in the house drive Mike to bury himself deep into his work.
She figured if she didn't talk about it and she didn't think about it, then it just didn't exist.
As Mike returns home each day, he feels a sense of dread.
I would find that the closer I got to the house, the more tense I was. And I remember specifically setting the mail in a neat pile.
Lisa. Lisa. Did you move the mail?
What?
Never mind. I was hoping that... Hey, I was hoping that we can talk about us. About what's going on in the house.
Nothing's going on in the house.
Lisa, look, you weren't like this before we moved in. We weren't like this.
Mike suspects that the strange presence he's felt in the house is manipulating both of their moods.
All right. Lisa, I think for your own well-being, you should get out of the house.
There was definitely an angry, sad, a very emotionally distraught energy in the house.
I know I should just go visit friends and take a walk and go shopping and put on a smile for you.
No, I think you should. No. No, I think you need to move out of the house.
Is that what you want?
I think it's the best for both of us.
Mike wants to do what's best for Lisa, but he's torn about his decision.
I was very distraught myself. When she walked out, a good part of me walked out with her.
Mike spends his first weekend alone in over a year. He realizes he can no longer deny that his house is haunted.
I came to the understanding that something was there. I didn't want to fear it. I wanted to understand what it was. I set up my webcam and just left it on record and recorded on my computer the whole day.
Unsure who or what is knocking the mail on the floor, Mike tries an experiment.
I would leave money out to see if it was neighborhood kids maybe coming in. They would certainly take a $20 bill sitting on the counter. But that wasn't the case. I couldn't find any other explanation other than there was something in the house.
The recording reveals nothing unusual.
Two voices. They sounded like they were arguing over me. That terrified me.
What do you want?
And everything stopped. I heard silence, like nothing was even there.
Mike spends the night at work.
Oh, hey.
Well, here, I got you some coffee, man. Look like you need a little more than I do right now.
Thanks.
So what's up, Mike?
You know, Frank, if I tell you something about the house, can you kind of keep it quiet?
Yeah, Mike, sure. What's up?
I think the house is haunted.
Yeah, right.
I don't think I really ever mentioned much of it again to anyone at work. I don't know why I didn't leave. I was torn between, I think, really wanting to understand what was there and the fact that it was my house. I'm not going to be chased out of my own house. He had just turned around and looked at me as if to say, hey, I was watching that. It made me nervous, to be sure. I started to think, is this boy around all the time?
Mike tries to keep his composure. But he begins to wonder if he should sell the house. Days later, Mike meets his friend Sarah Stratton for coffee.
Hey,
Hey,
you look terrible.
thanks.
We've been really close friends for a good 2 years.
Nice to see you, too.
It's a good friendship.
So how's the new house?
I'm thinking about putting in a transfer. Sell it.
You just bought it.
I know, just, it's a lot more room than I need on my own. Actually, I'm gonna be losing a lot of money on it. It needs to get fixed up. I mean, mostly paint, but in order for me to sell it, I gotta fix it, and I don't have the time.
What can I do?
Nothing.
Look, I'm off on Monday. I can help you start painting.
He never asks somebody for help.
I can't ask you to do that.
He's not a person that, will take assistance. And I volunteered to, whatever you need, I'll do it.
You sure? I'm sorry, I can't help you now. I swear, though, when I get back from work, I'm totally on top of it. Sarah, I owe you one. With my schedule, though, I never get this done.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
I hadn't told her about
All right.
anything that had gone on in the house previously. I wanted to make sure it wasn't me who was crazy.
had this overwhelming urge to cry or sadness, almost the kind of sadness that you get when someone you felt has, or someone has told you somebody has passed away. It was that kind of feeling.
Hello.
Hey, Sarah, it's me. How's everything going?
I'm fine.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I think I've got a cold coming on.
Oh, all right. Well, call me if you need anything. I really appreciate your help.
I will.
Okay. All right. Bye.
All right, bye.
I'm not one who breaks out and cries very often. It was a good 20 minutes where I just felt almost like I couldn't move. It sounded like walking on plastic, but it was very loud, like almost like somebody was rustling the plastic. I felt like I had to leave the house. I felt that if I didn't get out, something was gonna go wrong.
I think something's wrong with your house.
Oh, really? What's up?
When you called and asked me if I was fine, I wasn't. I felt this sadness come over me for no reason.
It was deja vu. I almost heard her saying the exact same words that my girlfriend used.
Then I heard footsteps on the plastic in the bathroom and I couldn't see anything. I know it sounds crazy. I think my brain is playing tricks on me.
No. Your brain isn't playing tricks on you. My ex-girlfriend saw those things too. I saw those things too.
Why didn't you tell me?
I felt as a friend,
I should have told you.
he should have told me before I ever walked in the house.
I should have. I'm sorry, Sarah. Sarah, I'm sorry. I just needed to know. Look, if you saw something, then I'd know that it wasn't all in my head. I'm sorry. I totally understand if you don't want to go back.
In a way, I do want to go back. I don't want to go back alone.
I wanted answers. I was not so much believing in ghosts, but believing that something was there, and I wanted to get to the bottom of it.
Someone out there's got to know something about this. Be here. These people are right here in our own backyard.
Come on, ghost hunters.
Can we just call them? Let's just call them.
Mike reluctantly allows a team of ghost hunters to investigate his home.
I was certainly skeptical. I mean, who's really an expert on ghosts?
But yeah, of course. Hey.
Stacy Jones is a paranormal investigator and founder of Central New York Ghost Hunters.
You're not quite sure what to make of all this, are you?
To tell you the truth, I'm not sure I believe in all this.
I have very healthy respect for skeptics. Skeptics keep us honest.
Stacy and her team specialize in gathering physical evidence of the supernatural.
I think a lot of the evidence can be explained away as far as being a natural phenomenon. So what we try to do is actually go in and just try to find the one piece of evidence that we could actually prove out and say, yes, this is something paranormal in nature.
Kyle Couchman documents every investigation on video.
What I was told before going into the house was just that they had some strange activities going on there. They weren't real specific about what was going on.
Regina Matthews refers to herself as a sensitive.
I can sense things that have gone on in some locations. I guess you would call them spirits.
James Aitchison rounds out the team.
My area expertise is mostly film and audio. I do EVPs and take pictures.
You get a lot of voice recording. Is there anyone else in the house?
No.
Usually when we go into a house, the activity does not start right off the bat. It usually takes 3 or 4 times for us to go into a house before we notice any activity whatsoever.
All right, let's set up the tape recorders and the video cameras.
At that point, I knew that this wasn't going to be just an ordinary investigation if this is the kind of activity we were getting when we walked in the door.
In the master bedroom, Regina prepares for recording electronic voice phenomena, or EVPs.
It's when disembodied voices imprint themselves on your recorders.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing.
So I use the EVPs to kind of validate what I see or hear.
Me? Well, you've experienced things before in the house, right? Uh-huh. Well, the spirits of the
Stacy
house-
explains to Sarah that whatever is there may respond to her again.
You'll be okay.
And I very unnervingly said, okay, I'll do it, but I'm like, don't leave me by myself.
She'll take good care of you. We're gonna set up in the other room. Cal, you ready?
Mike is unexpectedly called to work.
Off to work?
Yeah, I need the overtime. I gotta pay for the dream house.
I figured a lot of things don't always happen when I'm there, so I left.
I'm gonna go outside and get some extra tapes.
Regina explains to Sarah how to elicit EVPs from the spirits.
I'm going to ask a series of questions. Sometimes the audio equipment will pick up a faint response.
I've asked specific questions and received specific answers for them. It tells me that the spirits can interact with the living.
Is there anyone in here who wants to talk? What is your name?
Are you sorry for scaring me?
How long have you lived here?
help you, sir? Can I help you, sir? Excuse me. Excuse me, sir. Hey!
I looked down the alley and there was absolutely nobody there.
What do you want?
Why are you in this house? Are you angry? Are you a child?
We felt what was a small, like a toddler, climbing up on the bed.
Are you a boy or a girl? How old are you? If you're scared, you can go.
Perhaps if somebody else was in the room with me, I would have opened the door, but I was alone.
Who's there?
The whole time I was going down the stairs, I felt like somebody was going to push me.
Who's there? Full contact. Full contact.
Where?
Here.
What happened?
I saw something or someone here.
What did it look like?
He was just a man in jeans and a t-shirt.
Did it have dark hair?
Tall and thin.
The description she gave me seemed awful similar to what I had seen.
I saw him too.
Which made me feel like, well, then I must have seen something, you know, more than what I had originally thought. If it's, a person, then why did they disappear so quickly? And now why is somebody else seeing them?
James Aitchison is intrigued by the sightings.
Vagrant at first, hanging outside.
A rare thing. You don't get two people that see the exact same thing at different times in an investigation.
And you didn't mention anything to her?
This just happened.
The independent sightings are evidence that a spirit is on the loose. Now the investigators want conclusive proof.
At that point, I was starting to get actually a little excited because I wanted to see it too. I wanted to capture it on film. I wanted to, prove to people that this type of stuff did exist. As he went by, and it was just a blink of an eye, that's how fast he went by, it definitely felt like he was not happy with me being in there at all.
In the morning, the team packs up their gear. They must sort through all the evidence before they can determine exactly what is haunting the house.
So how'd it go?
Well, we got a lot of evidence here to go through. It'll probably take a couple days to...
Well, you know where to find me.
We'll get back with you.
A few days later, Stacy and her team analyzed the photo James took in Mike's house.
When I looked at that picture and saw him there was no denying it right then at that point that was an actual ghost that we caught on film.
Stacy's team makes another chilling discovery.
Stacy. They answered us.
Play it.
It's a very faint sound. It's not something that sounds like a human voice.
Raise it up another 200%.
We amplify it sometimes as much as 800%.
Are you sorry for scaring me?
Hello.
And I think that was the first time that I ever admitted to anybody that this was an actually bona fide haunted house.
But Stacy and her team are unable to determine who is haunting the house and why.
Yeah, okay, I'm downloading it right now. Bye.
Stacy emails the photograph and EVP recordings to Mike.
Is there anyone in here who wants to talk? What is your name? What do you want? Let me out. Let me out. What is your name? What do you want? Sorry for scaring me? Are you sorry for scaring me?
This was kind of the last nail in the coffin. It was one of those things that I knew I just needed to get away from this house, sever my ties with this house, and just pretty much get out of the area.
This is mine.
I was shoved, and I was scared.
Mike returns to the house, but only to pack and move out. He rents a small apartment across town while waiting to hear about a job in another city. The experience changes him forever.
I'm certain now that there is stuff out there. Stuff living on a different plane that we can't see. And I am torn with wanting to know more and just wanting to play the ignorance is bliss and just not know anything.
Shortly after moving out, Mike puts the house on the market. It sells within weeks. But Mike continues to be haunted by what happened there. He can find no explanation for the young boy who seems so eager for attention, or for the angry male ghost. But what disturbs him most is not knowing why his friends Lisa and Sarah were so overwhelmed with sorrow.
So I figured it was because whatever was in the house had a closer connection to females than it did males.
To this day, what happened in that house remains a mystery. There is real evil in the darkest shadows and in the most ordinary places. These are the true stories of the innocent and the unimaginable. Newlyweds Bill and Icy Spencer are elated when they find the perfect apartment in a quaint Seattle neighborhood.
And new beginnings.
But their hopes for the future are soon shattered when they are confronted by the supernatural. Intruders with a dark history hold them captive, making them the victims of their violent rage. Between the world we see and the things we fear, there are doors. When they are opened, nightmares become reality. The famous Space Needle towers above Seattle, Washington, a symbol of the hopes and dreams of those mariners and mill workers who founded this city more than 150 years ago. It was a place where people came to make a fresh start, escape from the past. But for some, the past is not easily buried. It clings like a lonely shadow and reappears when least expected. October 2004.
I'm never gonna pass this midterm. What's with the negativity? You've got to have a positive attitude, my friend. I have a positive attitude. I'm positive I'm going to fail.
Marissa Spencer, known to her friends as Icy, is a graduate student working toward a master's degree in mental health.
So, how is married life? You know, we've been so busy.
Icy's been married for a couple of months now and eagerly welcomes this new phase in her life.
It's been really great.
Everything's exciting. Everything seemed to be in that stage that you're trying to get to know all these things about this person. We were having a lot of fun. It was an adventure.
Speak of the devil. Hey, honey.
Her husband, Bill, is also a student, studying for his bachelor's degree. At night, Bill works as a contractor for a local courier company.
tear you away, but I found this apartment and it looks great. So I set up an appointment first to see it today.
Wow, this does look promising.
Is it okay if I steal her away from it?
Please, maybe when I see you next, you have a new apartment. Let's hope. I'll see you later.
Bill is anxious to leave the university district, having grown tired of the rowdy college lifestyle.
It's more of a party atmosphere. It's not really the best atmosphere for a young married couple.
This almost looks too good to be true.
Don't jinx it now.
I know. I'm just so ready to start our new lives in some new place, away from all of this.
I got a good feeling about this one.
I know, I'm so sick of our apartment
We
now.
wanted to go to an area that was more quiet, more of a traditional family setting.
Icy is delighted to learn that the apartment is located in the historic Ballard neighborhood, just outside of Seattle.
What attracted me to that area is it's like a park-like setting. And there are these old buildings that have a lot of coffee shops and little consignment stores. It's a family-oriented place. I felt pretty safe walking down the street at night there.
When the Spencers arrive at the apartment complex, they notice a pile of debris right in front of the building.
Hi, you must be the Spencers.
Yeah, hi, I'm Bill. This is my wife.
It's Marissa, right?
Yes, but everybody calls me Icy.
Well, Bill, Icy, I really apologize for the mess out front. It's not normally like this. We're finishing up renovations on the apartment today.
What, the apartment for rent?
Yeah, the previous tenants
The
left it.
building manager told us that the former tenant left it in a bit of a hurry, and it wasn't looking very nice, so they decided to rip everything apart and just basically rebuild it inside.
It says in the ad, all new fixtures.
Oh, yeah. Whoever gets this gets a brand new one-bedroom apartment. Shall we go have a look? Yeah, come
Sounds
on.
good.
The renovations will be complete today, and after that, the place will be ready for new tenants.
To get a nice, newly remodeled apartment in a great area of town for not a lot of money was truly a stroke of luck, it seemed at the time.
The place has everything the young couple is looking for. Yet Bill can't help but feel apprehensive.
There was something about the apartment that didn't seem right to me.
So how does it look in here?
Everything seems to be okay.
That's it? Don't you think this place is perfect?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good? It's gonna be like we're living in a brand new place. It's in our price range, too. What's wrong? You don't like it?
No, it's not that. You know what, you're right. I just can't believe we found a place this nice this soon, that's all. But you're right, it's perfect.
So you like it?
I didn't say anything because it kind of seemed silly to turn down a perfect apartment for, a feeling.
Well, then what are we waiting for?
The following week, the Spencers move in. Icy works on transforming the apartment into a home.
I felt like I wasn't alone. It just felt so eerie.
Icy convinces herself that her mind is just playing tricks on her.
I thought, we're just moving in, we have all this stress, I'm just tense, I haven't slept in days, so maybe I'm just not used to this place.
Days pass, and Icy, preoccupied with her new role as a wife, puts the incident out of her mind.
I was just so happy to be with him, to be there. I was hoping that we could have a family of our own, do normal family things, and basically just to have a normal life.
All set. You know, we gotta get a move on if we're gonna get there on time.
Okay, but wait a sec. How do I look?
You look great. But you should probably dress warm because it's getting cold outside.
Well, it's just a little difficult to get dressed when you won't tell me where we're going.
I told you, all right? We got the best table in town, but we're gonna lose it if we don't get a move on.
Bill, are you sure we can... I mean, this is really sweet and all, but right now we can't afford to spend money on some fancy restaurant.
Don't worry about it, okay? Everything's been taken care of. Besides, I think with the way we've been working, we deserve a celebration. Come on.
Our financial situation at that time wasn't really the best. All of a sudden, all these expenses would show up, and we were really struggling for a while.
That weekend, Bill tells Icy that they deserve a much-needed break and announces that he's taking her out for the night.
Well, you are full of surprises, aren't
I
you?
told you we could afford it. Get the blanket. To us.
You were right.
About what?
You did get us the best table in town.
I felt very fulfilled at that time. It just signified a new beginning. We were very excited about it.
The next morning, Bill rises early and lets Icy sleep in. For the first time in weeks, the couple has no classes, work, or unpacking to worry about.
Just out of the corner of my eye, some figure was moving.
Whoa, jumpy this morning?
No, I didn't hear you come in. You startled me, that's all.
So what's going on outside?
It's nothing. So, what do you want for breakfast, huh?
Coffee sounds good. You're too good to me.
I really wasn't that concerned with it. There didn't seem to be anything to it other than just creepiness.
A month after they move in, the Spencers finally feel settled in the apartment. Icy can now concentrate on her schoolwork.
Honey, you're home early. I'll have dinner ready in a second. I just have to fire off this email to my professor. Bill? What are you doing?
there was somebody in front of the door, in front of me. I was sure that I saw something.
But an investigation of the apartment reveals nothing is amiss.
I didn't really believe in ghosts. I thought people made up all these stories. I just didn't think it could be true. It's not rational. But I know in the back of my mind that there was something there. I just didn't want to admit it.
Hey, how's your day?
Huh?
I said, how's your day? What's the matter?
I need to tell you something. But I'm afraid you're gonna think I'm crazy.
Anything's possible.
This isn't funny, Bill.
All right, try me.
Something's going on in this apartment. I don't know exactly what it is, but I got the strangest feeling that
Well, then what?
we're not alone.
What are you talking about?
I've been seeing things through the corner of my eye, like shadows or something going past the doorways.
She was certainly afraid and certainly concerned about what she had seen and a little panicky.
And as soon as I look up, they're gone.
I don't know what you're seeing, but I'm sure everything's fine.
Well, I thought initially that it was an overreaction. Thought it might have been just a run-of-the-mill, typical standard story where things go bump in the night.
Have you considered the fact that you're at a computer all day? I mean...
Well, I kind of downplayed everything, thinking that it's not that big a deal.
It's just my imagination?
No, what I'm saying is your eyes are tired and they're probably playing tricks on you.
I'm sorry. It's silly, I know.
No, it's not silly. It's just, I'm here, so don't worry about it, okay?
He was so reassuring. He wanted everything to be okay. So I felt like I was over-dramatizing.
October turns to November, and Icy is still on edge. She doesn't like to be in the apartment alone. But Icy no longer feels that she can talk with her husband about it.
I didn't feel like he was really listening to me. He was just, oh, it'll be okay, it'll be okay.
She avoids going home after class, killing time at a local coffee shop until Bill gets off work.
I tried to stay out as much as I could because I just could not bear the feelings I was having in that apartment.
Eventually, Icy has no other choice but to return to the apartment.
When I opened the door and I stepped foot in the apartment, it felt so tense. I felt like I was the one who was intruding. I just felt like somebody was really watching what I was doing, and it was really scary.
What's for dinner?
Don't sneak up on me like that.
Sorry, I thought you heard me. I got a fork. Oh, you're not even gonna say hello? You know, I thought about you at work today. The funniest thing happened when we started laughing so hard that we all started to remember when you...
Could you just give me a little room here?
What's the matter with you?
I've got to finish making dinner. And I've got this huge exam that I still haven't studied for, but I think it's just great that you're having so much fun at work.
Her attitudes seemed to change. She went from being, fun and outgoing and cheerful to being more withdrawn, kind of moody. It was quite disturbing.
That's a little obnoxious. And I think you're overreacting a bit.
That's your answer for everything. I'm overreacting now, just like I'm overreacting about whatever the hell is in our house.
For crying out loud. Is that what this is about?
Yes, that's what this is all about.
I thought we were past all this.
That's easy for you to say. You're never home.
Well, I don't know what you want me to do.
I want to know that you're taking this seriously.
Why can't you just let this drop?
Fine. You know what? I'm not hungry anymore. You want dinner? Make it yourself.
It seemed like my wife was blaming me for not having answers or solutions for what was going on. It was very frustrating to not be able to come up with something.
That night, Bill and Icy go to bed angry at each other and do not speak until the following evening.
Hey, Mrs. Spencer. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I've just been off lately. Not myself. You were right.
No, look, you were right. I've been kind of a jerk lately.
No.
No, I have, all right? You don't have to sugarcoat it for me. I can take it. This is much better, isn't it?
Much. Was it our first fight?
Ah, the first ugly domestic squabble, yeah, I think so.
And hey, we survived.
I suppose we did. Hey, why don't you, take a break from your studying tonight, okay? And we can get some leftovers for dinner and pop in a movie and just relax. What do you say?
Well, okay. happened?
I saw somebody go down the hall into the bathroom, but whatever it was, it disappeared.
I saw a tall, thin, dark figure. It was unnerving because I went into the bathroom and it wasn't there.
What did he look like?
I don't know, it was like a shadow of a person.
Oh my God. That's the same thing that I've seen. What are we gonna do?
What can we do, all right? It was nothing.
Oh, God, Phil! You know there's something in this apartment with us.
I wasn't that sure that I really believed in ghosts at that time. It just didn't seem, it doesn't seem rational.
I can't keep pretending that there's nothing wrong. You're making me feel like I'm crazy, and I know I'm not.
Where are you going?
I don't know. Gotta get out of here.
Well, wait, I'm gonna come with you.
That night, the Spencers find refuge at a local coffee shop. There, Bill finally realizes that Icy's fears are valid and agrees that they must do something.
We'll lose if we break the lease, right?
There was certainly no denying that, we had both seen figures in the apartment, and we quickly realized we both wanted out of that apartment.
Do you think we could somehow get out of our lease?
What are we gonna say? We don't like... We don't like living with ghosts?
The risk of sounding crazy is a powerful suppressant. So that was certainly a big reason why we didn't ask anyone to help us get out.
No matter how much Bill and Icy want to leave their apartment, they know they are tied to it.
Something we can do.
We had nowhere to go and we needed help. So we went online and searched, and we found the Washington State Ghost Society. They were in Seattle.
The next day at the Washington Ghost Society, Shannon Stidman comes across the email from the Spencers. Stidman has been a paranormal investigator for over 6 years and has witnessed supernatural events. Even still, she broaches each message with caution.
A lot of things can be mistaken for paranormal phenomena. So we like to take our time and make sure that they're credible and that we're really dealing with a ghost.
In her response, Stidman outlines the basic steps that she gives to all potential clients.
Our advice initially was for them to keep logs of the activity, to keep in touch with us so we could monitor the situation, to see if things would get worse, get better, stabilize.
If there is indeed a presence in their home and the activity escalates, Stidman knows that it's only a matter of time before they will hear from the Spencers again. Oddly enough, over the next month, Bill and Icy no longer sense a presence lurking in the shadows. It is a welcome relief for the couple, who feel like newlyweds once again.
I got 3 words for you.
Are they, I love you?
Oh, well, there's that, but no, I was thinking of 3 others. No more homework. All right, time to call it a night.
You're right. Oh, there's just one other thing.
Despite the lack of activity, Icy takes Shannon Stidman's advice and keeps a ghost log.
Do you really think this is gonna work?
I don't know, but you've got to admit, it hasn't hurt.
For a time, things seemed to, calm down. There seemed to be a period of peace, and we were both optimistic and hopeful that maybe the worst was over and things would get back to normal.
A week later, Bill and Icy enjoy another quiet evening at home.
Promise me next time you're gonna try really hard not to cheat.
Cheat? Are you calling me a cheater?
You better believe it.
I think someone's just a sore loser. Can't take being beat by a girl.
Oh, yeah, it's killing me.
saw his face. A teenage boy.
Really looked like he had been hurt pretty bad. It looked like his face had been severely damaged by something.
What do you mean, a boy? How?
I don't know, somehow I could see him, and you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I don't think that he's evil.
And I was still holding on to the hope that this was not that big a deal, and maybe that there were ways that we could diminish the impact of whatever this was.
Well, it doesn't make it any less creepy. I don't want this thing in our home.
I know, but I just get the feeling he's trying to tell us something.
The glimpse of the teenage boy only leaves the couple with more questions.
What did happen to him? Was he maybe killed in that apartment? And what about the people who did that to him?
Although the presence does not threaten the couple, Icy feels trapped.
I had nowhere else to go. And it was pretty horrible to live that way. It just felt really desperate.
Bill?
I was living in a nightmare.
Icy begins to feel helpless and desperate, believing there is no way out of this apartment.
I'm a strong person, but I felt like I was losing control over everything in my life. I just felt like death was all around me. The whole apartment felt like it was a huge crypt.
By December, only 2 months after moving into the apartment, Icy becomes physically and emotionally exhausted.
I totally felt like I was becoming somebody else. Like I was moving under a spell.
She is unable to keep up with the demands of school, sending her deeper into depression.
I would be thinking these horrible things. I felt like hurting myself. I was always sad. I felt like it was so unbearable.
Hey, Icy. I'm sorry. How did you do on the final? Way to go.
At that point, I wasn't really talking much to anybody. I was avoiding people. I didn't want them to think that I was nuts.
That night,
Where have you been? You know, you should have been home hours ago. You could have at least called, told me where you were. I've been worried sick.
I just flunked my exam, okay? And that means I flunked the class.
I see.
Oh, I see. I'm what exactly?
Get out. Get out of our house. Leave us alone. Do you understand me? I said get out! Out of my chest.
All of a sudden, it was as if somebody had put out a lit cigarette on my chest.
Bill and Icy flee the apartment, terrified by the violent intruder.
Both of us were only concerned with getting out of that place right then and there. It could strike any time. There was nothing that we could do to defend ourselves against whatever this was.
They drive aimlessly for hours, trying to make sense of what just happened.
We were definitely at the end of our ropes at that point.
Unable to gather their wits, they check into a motel to regroup. They contact the Washington Ghost Society again. But this time, the Spencers hope to convince them that they are truly victims of the paranormal. That day, investigator Shannon Stidman meets with the frightened couple.
Well, it certainly seems like a lot has gone on since that first email you sent. And it's apparent that the...
What struck me most about Bill and Icy's story was that events were escalating. It was becoming dangerous to live there. So that's when we got involved.
I have a few theories about what I think might be going on, based upon what you've told me so far. One of the first things that you mentioned was that the apartment had been renovated. That stuck out to me from the very beginning. Is that important?
Stidman believes that any entities trapped in the apartment could have been unleashed during recent renovations.
Anytime you tear apart a structure, it disturbs the psychic energy.
Renovations in a haunted house either make the hauntings go away entirely or they make them worse. And in this case, it seems to have contributed to the activity. A common theme in hauntings is that something traumatic happened. The image seen by Bill was a sign there was something definitely going on in there. Something very powerful, something very strong.
But why attack Bill? We've been there for weeks and nothing like this has ever happened.
Stidman explains that some entities feed on emotions such as fear and anger.
Where have you been? You know, you should have been home hours ago. You could have at least called, told me where you were. I've been worried sick.
The negative energy gives them the ability to intensify the activity.
Is that what this is about?
That's what this is all about.
I think we're past all this.
You're never home.
Can you just let this drop?
If they start to become afraid of it, their energy will feed the entity. It will do something more dramatic. And it's just a matter of time before something harms them physically in some way.
So what do we do now?
We go back.
No. I can't go back there.
But we need you there in case the investigators have questions.
Icy is scared, But she realizes that this may be the only way to take back some control.
It's like I was at their mercy. I just didn't want these things to defeat me.
Okay, we'll go back. But I'm not setting a foot in that apartment.
Hours later, the ghost hunters arrive. They hope to document any strange activity so they can better understand what is occurring in the Spencers' apartment. The investigative team includes 2 paranormal specialists and medium Lois Lee.
I first started suspecting that I had psychic abilities when I was in my late teens. When I got a little bit older, I was able to describe ghosts that were in houses.
Is that the psychic?
Yes, but I prefer that you stay right here and have no contact with her until after she's finished her investigation of the house and grounds. We want her to be totally unbiased.
The psychic goes in knowing nothing. We do not want her to be influenced by what we already know. We want to be sure that any vibes she gets, any impressions she gets are from her, not from things that she's been told.
Can I have the key?
Lois aids investigators by providing a shortcut to the past, sometimes even communicating with the spirits.
My procedure is to go into a place and start putting my hands on the walls or objects in the room to try and be able to see into the past. The images come to me pretty naturally. If I'm focusing hard enough, they can become so real that it's almost like they are there. I didn't feel anything. I didn't have my usual sensations that there was a spirit there. He was such a pathetic figure, young, maybe about 18, 17 years old, and I felt so sorry for him.
Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
No, don't worry, I won't hurt you.
Then, another feeling, menacing and dark, begins to overwhelm her.
I started to feel myself changing. I was kind of getting the sensation of being the body of somebody watching him. Feel in my hand a gun.
Please don't kill me. Please, don't hurt me. Please, please don't kill me.
The smell was just horrible. The next thing I know, I was running. I've never really seen that much physical human gore in a vision before. It's kind of like your first time in a morgue.
Oh my God, Lois! Lois, are you okay?
I'll be fine. I just need to catch my breath.
Of all the investigations we've done, she's seen a lot of things, she's heard a lot of things, she's felt things, but I'd never seen her that badly shaken before.
What happened in there?
I don't know.
I've never experienced anything like this. Never.
What did you see?
I saw a young boy.
That's exactly what I saw.
She had the very same impression of that youth that I did. And it was kind of a validation that we were not crazy and that we weren't just, overreacting.
You two got out just in the nick of time. We don't know what's going to happen next. You can't go back in there.
Stidman believes it unwise for the couple to return to their home.
If Bill and Icy had decided to stay in the apartment, it would have just continued to escalate. How bad it would have gotten, I don't know.
Lois has a psychic impression of what may have occurred in the apartment.
My conclusion on what I saw was that it might have been drug-related. It seemed like there might have been some gang activity involved. It felt like a retribution crime.
Over the next week, the investigative team puts together a report on the details of the haunting. They found no evidence of EVPs and have recorded no unusual visual information. They do turn to history to see if they can get any insight into the haunting. Further research reveals that the neighborhood was once the site of violent gang and drug activity. Although there are no clear-cut answers to what occurred in the apartment, the Spencers are satisfied with the outcome of the investigation.
I don't know if I could go on in life asking myself time and again what was haunting that apartment and why. A lot of pieces fit in together, and that was basically enough for us.
Soon after moving out, the Spencers find a new home.
I would have to say that was one of the happiest days of my life. The apartment we got was still in Seattle, but not as good as where Ballard is. But somehow, I felt like it was a refuge for me. At least I could have peace of mind there.
Say cheese.
Cheese.
In May 2007, Bill Spencer graduates from college.
Thanks.
No problem. See you at the graduation party? You bet. Should we go?
Let's go. See ya.
Bye, guys. Congratulations.
Despite the trauma they've endured, the Spencers have come to terms with their experience with the supernatural. But it has also forever changed how they view the world.
I used to not believe in anything supernatural. I always thought that if I can't see it, if I can't touch it, it doesn't exist. There are some things in this world that cannot be seen